Okay. And next, how do we address the social stigma? Stigma, we all know that stigma and fear around can hamper the responses. No? What works is actually building the trust in reliable health services. And then, of course, as we keep on going, saying that showing empathy, pagmamalasakit with those affected is very important sapagkat, kumbaga, nag-i-establish tayo ng connection sa kanila at pag-aalala na we do care and we do want them to get well. So, we are addressing them as a person, not as a disease. So, ito po yung pinaka-importante po. And of course, yung understanding the disease itself. Pag naiintindihan po natin yung sakit, ay mauunawaan po natin kung paano natin ito maiiwasan. Kasi karanasan po kasi sa mga taong nagkakaroon po ng social stigma, ito po yung mga taong hindi alam kung paano makakahawa, paano maiiwasan, hindi nila alam kung paano yung maiwasan yung sakit, at yun yung dahilan kung bakit natatakot sila, and then at the event of that, they are starting to give negative labeling or thoughts about those persons who are having this disease. And of course, yung adapting the effective practical measures. No? So, people can help keep themselves and their loved ones safe. So, yun po ang pinaka-importante. And of course, we would like to give you some tips on how to address and avoid social stigma. Importante po yung pananalita. Words matter. For example, when talking about the new coronavirus, ito pong ating sakit na COVID-19, kailangan po natin na hindi nililabel yung tao as a disease. Okay, so nandun po yung respeto na yung tao po ay merong sakit na COVID-19. Nakakabit lang po yung sakit doon sa tao, hindi po yung tao nakakabit sa sakit. Kaya tuloy, ang nangyayari ay tinitingnan po ang tao na isang sakit or isang pinagdidirihan na sakit. Pero yung tao, sa human individual, nawawala na po yung ating compassion o yung pagmamalasakit with that person who are experiencing a disease. So, for example of that, we may address, so these are the do's, we may address a person who are being treated for COVID-19, okay? Or the people who are recovering from COVID-19, or the people who died after contracting the COVID-19. So, these are the appropriate labeling on a person who are contracting with COVID-19. So, let us start by saying a person rather than addressing them as a disease. So, with this, we are reducing the stigma and discrimination to that particular person. And second, of course, we need to do our part. So, simple ideas can drive stigma away. For example, instead of chismis, instead of giving false information, we can do our responsibility to give the right information. So what we want now is to direct our people, our community who are not well informed about the COVID-19 to read about or to direct them to the FB, Facebook of the Department of Health, yung mga reliable resources for them to be well informed about what is COVID, ano ba yung mga nangyayari. So with this appropriate information, at least maiiba yung kanilang perception towards the disease. And even if they are meeting some person, they know already how to prevent the disease. So with this, we can simply addressing the facts, no? At hindi po natin mako-compromise. I mean, hindi po natin matatakot sila, no? Kasi nga naiiba na yung kanilang pananaw, yung kanilang pag-iintindi po kung ano po ang ibig sabihin ng COVID-19, kung paano po yun mahawa at kung paano po kahawa. And they themselves can also take care of themselves from preventing from these diseases. Sharing facts and accurate information. And then, of course, yung mga misconceptions, mga myths, and sometimes yung stereotyping, ay nako, wag na, especially sa mga health workers. So they are labeling the health workers in stereotype na ay naku baka may mga sakit yan kasi nagtatrabaho yan sa hospital. So that is an example of stereotyping, no? Yun yung mga dapat na iwasan po natin. O kung kaya ay naku wag yan kasi nagtatrabaho yan sa guardian kahit sino yung nakakasalamuhan niya. So chances are may sakit din siya, no? So yung stereotyping, no, nandiyan na kaagad, hindi pa nga naguhusga na po kaagad. And choose the words carefully. The way we communicate is very important. That can affect the attitudes of others. So this is how we can do our part, no, so that we would be able to address and avoid the social stigma. And last, of course, the communication tips and messages. So with this, as much as possible, we would like to address the misconceptions, yung mga chismis po, hindi po yan nakakatulong. Kaya nga po, di ba, last year we have our campaign on the psychological first aid, and we would like, of course, to convey with our people, especially the community, to become a psychological first aid provider. Sapagkat yung mga chismis po at walang katotohanan ng mga information ay hindi po nakakatulong. Mas lalo po itong nakakatakot, kasi nga, syempre magdadala po ito ng maling balita, at kung yung false information na iyon ay bigla pong nasagap ng isang tao, hindi rin po nakakaintindi. So yan po ang dahilan kung bakit po tumataas po yung takot ng ating community, and then lalabas na rin po dyan yung iba with this very poor education and information. Most of them will also give some social stigma and discrimination, which will hamper response effort. Okay, and the correct misconceptions. Okay, acknowledging the people's feelings and subsequent behaviors are very real, but even though their assumption is false. Ito yung mga correct misconceptions, no? Pero kailangan natin i-address upang maiwasan po, no, yung kanilang feelings, no, towards fears, towards sadness, towards frustrations, towards anger. So ito po, no, yung kailangan po natin iwasan, and that is by means of giving a right information through our communication tips and messages. And of course, the last one, promoting the importance of prevention. So, importante po na alam po ng community, ng ating general population kung paano po maiwasan yung sakit sa pamamagitan po yan ng ating mga minimum safety standards or protocol, so that you will be able to address the life-saving interventions at yung early screening and treatment. At napaka-importante po, kailangan pong nagkakaisa po ang lahat upang masugpo po natin ang sakit na COVID-19. Ang kalaban po natin ay yung COVID-19. Ano po, yung sakit, hindi po yung tao. Sapagkat kahit po sinong tao ayaw po nitong disease na ito. Tama po ba? Wala naman pong may gusto na magkaroon po ng COVID-19. But you see, some of our people, especially the health workers, no, hindi nila maiiwasan dahil nga sa hindi nakikita yan, in spite of those preventive safety measures or protocols, hindi pa rin po maiiwasan, no, na may mga talaga mga conditions na magkakaroon po sila nitong sakit na COVID-19. So, ngayon po, I would like to share with you some of the beautiful poster from the WHO that gives us a campaign promoting solidarity, as I mentioned a while ago, at this very height of pandemic. So we really need to express our solidarity. We need to work together. We need to show our empathy. We need to express our concern and care to everyone who are in need of these behaviors, especially at this point in time, especially for the people or the persons who are affected by COVID-19, including their families and loved ones. So sabi nga dito, viruses don't discriminate. So kailangan kung yung virus nga, buti nga yung virus hindi na nagdi-discriminate. So dapat yung tao po ganun din po, no? So neither should we. Kailangan po hindi po tayo magdi-discriminate at magbibigay ng mga mali or mga negative thoughts or labeling to the persons who are experiencing. So, can you imagine those persons who are having COVID-19 or including their families? They are already troubled, no? Struggling with the disease. Can you imagine that? And yet, people around them are not well or showing their respect or concern about kung paano po nila ipapaabot yung kanilang pagmamalasakit, ano? Yung wala kang maitulong, okay lang yun. Pero yung dagdagan mo pa, no? Yung kanilang agony, yung kanilang mental health, no? Yung problem ay that is too much, no? Kaya kailangan po natin ipakita yung ating kampanya na pigilan po natin, no? Pigilan po natin yung discrimination at yung stigma sa ating lipunan, no? And then next, anyone can contract coronavirus. So take note, lahat po tayo ay maaaring magkasakit ng coronavirus. Kaya, be kind to everyone, regardless of race, gender, age, or other personal qualities. So, mas maganda na magpakita po tayo ng magandang attention at magmamalasakit kasi hindi natin alam, no? Everyone is not excused to be contracted with this coronavirus. Okay? And mas maganda mag-infect tayo ng kabutihan at pagmamalasakit kaysa naman sabi nga natin kahit hindi natin nakikita yung sakit na coronavirus pero kailangan ipakita po natin at maging viral, no? Maging infectious po tayo sa kagandahan ng pagpapakita ng pagmamalasakit at pag-iintindi at pag-uunawa sa ating mga kasama. Okay? And then another one, evidence shows that stigma due to coronavirus leads to reduction in people seeking medical care or testing. You see, pagka nakaka-experience ng stigma at diskriminasyon ang tao, hindi na po yan pupunta ng hospital. Okay? Ayaw nila malabel kasi mag-iisip na yan, ako pag pumunta ako ng hospital, baka mag-positive ako. Kung wala pa nga kung suspected pa nga lang ako, ay ito na yung aking na-experience. So much more pag sila po ay ma-found out na positive for the COVID-19. So with this, of course, their behavior or action would deter them from isolating themselves. So this can lead to cases not being reported and more people being exposed, which makes responding to the outbreak more difficult. Hindi natin alam, especially for those people who have not experienced or who have not undergone testing, no, that they are also positive. Yung mga tao lang pong nagsusubmit for testing ang nakakaalam, of course, because they submit themselves. But what about those persons who have not been submitted themselves for any testing? So ito yung hamon. Kaya kailangan hindi po natin, no, huwag pong ipakita at huwag po natin, no, we need to stop the stigma and discrimination. Okay, so we're all on the same team. So it's humanity versus COVID-19. So iba-iba man po yung level ng atin o larangan ng ating pamumuhay, pero kailangan po natin ipakita yung ating solidarity and of course yung ating pagiging makatao sa bawat isa. And then of course, we need to show those around us the importance of being kind to people who have recovered from COVID-19. Huwag pong pandirihan, no? Okay, so we need to express our care and our pagmamalasakit or compassion, and then kinukumusta natin sila, no, kung kumusta na yung kanilang kalagayan. So with these actions or behavior that we are expressing, so they will of course receive a feeling of wellness, no? Hindi lang po sa sarili nila, kundi nakakataba rin po ito, no, sa mga taong nakakaroon po ng experience sa COVID-19. So, okay. And then, show those around us the importance of being kind to frontline workers. Napakaganda po nitong mga posters na ibinahagi sa atin, and I hope that this will be disseminated to our community so that we can stop the stigma, we can stop fighting the stigma and discrimination. So I hope that even the parents and the adults will be able to give the right information. Let us all a good advocate in bringing this right information to our people so that we can help even in our small ways or either big ways. We are helping to stop stigma and discrimination. Okay? So we need to show those around us the importance of being kind to people of all the backgrounds. No? So ito po ang importante po sa panahong ito. Hindi po yung pangungutya, hindi po yung stigma, hindi po yung diskriminasyon. Sapagkat tayo po ay tao lamang, huwag pong i-address yung tao na sakit sapagkat hindi po yun nakakatulong sa ating mga tao at lalong-lalo na po sa lipunan. Okay? So why are we calling for solidarity, not stigma? Because we want to minimize stigma. People who have symptoms will feel safe to come forward and seek testing. Mas ini-encourage po natin sila na pumunta sa mga health facilities at magpa-test, especially po pag may mga symptoms na sila. Ang epekto niyan, pagka halimbawa may stigma and discrimination, mahihiya na yan, di na pupunta po yan. Minsan pag tinanong mo, okay sila, pero yung pala inuubo na. And then sometimes, they will go to some socials even if they are not feeling well. Syempre nga sila ay nahihiya na sabihin na sila ay may sakit. So ito po ang naging epekto po ng stigma, no po? And frontline workers will be able to continue working and will do so with a sense of pride. Pag nagpapakita po tayo ng pagmamalasakit, especially po sa mga frontliners at mga health workers, so that we can focus on what is important. Ito yung pinaka essence po. Mag-focus po tayo sa mga positibong actions that we can help others and protect them. So this is the important so that we can stop the stigma and discrimination. Okay, maraming pong salamat sa ating tagapakinig at mabuhay po kayo. Let us help each other to protect the mental health of our people and stop stigma and discrimination. Thank you so much and good afternoon.
Alright, thank you very much po, Ma'am Wendy. So let's proceed po sa ating Q&A. Meron po tayong mga media partners na nag-submit ng kanilang questions.
Yes,
so for our first question from Melvin Machado, maliban sa DOH, ano pang agency ang katuwang ninyo sa pagsulong ng mga mental health program?
Yes, magandang tanong yan. Tamang-tama. Sa ngayon po ay katulong po namin ng Commission on Human Rights. In fact, last week, we just had our meeting talking about creating the internal review board. Isa po ito sa mga activities na pinapausad ng Department of Health, not only yung stigma in our community, but we are also addressing the human rights in the health facilities. So binubuo na po ito ng Commission on Human Rights, Department of Health, and of course, yung mga professionals from the hospitals like the psychiatrists and other concerns. So ito po yung isa sa ating pong highlight ngayon sa panahong ito na bumubuo po tayo ng isang committee, no? At pinapausad po natin kung paano po natin ma-address yung stigma and discrimination, including the human rights in the facilities, especially sa mga, for example, yung mental hospital, no, ganon. And then we are also having this campaign with the health of other stakeholders, and of course yung ating health promo unit, no. Ito po yung aming paraan at syempre yung ating mga media, yung ating partners sa media po. Katulong po namin kayo sa pagdadala po ng ating tamang information para po masugpo po natin yung ating stigma and discrimination.
Alright, for our next question po, meron tayong mga similar questions from Bobo Radyo Legaspi and Alvin Liovit. So ipasama na lang po natin. Do we have cases po ba ng people undergoing mental health issues after being tested positive for COVID-19? What are the interventions of DOH to address this issue?
Yes, meron po na mga isolated cases na nagkakaroon din po talaga ng mental health problem. after ng COVID-19 disease o yung sakit. Pero ito pong mga ganitong klaseng kondisyon ay nasa protocol po ng bawat health facility that needs to be referred to our level 3 hospital like the mental health facility in Cadlan. At this point in time, we would like to inform that Don Susano Rodriguez Mental Hospital, naka-lockdown po ngayon, but we are disseminating our rural health units to do their local health intervention through the Mental Health Gap Action Program. Naka-ready naman po yung ating mga RHU local health facilities sa pag-assess at pagmamanage po ng ating mga service users. So yan po ang ginagawa po natin ngayon at kung meron pong mga service users na nangangailangan po ng mental health services ay puntahan lang po nila, okay? Puntahan lang po yung mga rural health units because they know how to manage and how to assess this condition, and if kinakailangan po no, na i-refer po yan ay meron po tayong mekanismo na nire-refer po yan sa ating mga psychiatrist or psychologist. So yan po yung ating mekanismo sa pagpapatupad at pagre-refer po ng ating mga pasyente tungkol po sa mga mental health problems.
Alright, so for our next question po, Ma'am Wendy, may similar questions din from Bombo Radio Legaspi and Luens Barce. So ipagsama na din po natin. It's
Yes.
regarding po about sa ano ang pwedeng gawin ng mga tao na nakakaranas ng mental health problems, especially our frontline workers in the middle of the COVID-19 crisis?
Magandang tanong po ito sapagkat nasabi ko po nga kanina, hindi po nai-excuse yung ating mga medical frontliners and even other frontliners sa ganitong klaseng pangungutya or stigma and discrimination. Kaya po napaka-importante, unang-una po ay kailangan po natin tulungan. Kaya nga yung ating yung cry for natin ay solidarity. Pag magkaisa po tayo at magbigay po tayo ng tamang information para po maiwasan ito pong ating tinatawag na stigma and discrimination. Now, for those health workers and other frontliners, we can refer them. In fact, Usap Tayo is a very effective way of addressing their mental health problems. Importante po yung may kausap po sila, and then we can refer them in case that they need professional intervention. It can be also a link or refer to our psychiatrist or psychologist. So sa ganito pong paraan, maaari po natin na maiwasan ang mga tinatawag natin na mental health problem. Napakadali lang naman po kasi nitong mga mental health issues na ganito po, no? Pagka halimbawa sa isang workplace ay napapakita naman po natin yung ating pagmamalasakit at naiwasan po yung ganitong klaseng negative labeling, ay na-address po yung ating mental health problem or issues, no? Nandun po yung tinatawag natin na enabling environment or supportive system that can be adapted, and this will serve as their fuel to go back with their mental health. Ito po yung kailangan.
Alright, for our last question po, Ma'am Wendy, from Luens Barce again. Ano po ang indikasyon na meron ng mental health illness ang isang tao at kailan pwede magpatingin sa mga espesyalista?
Simple lang po yan. Unang-una po, kilala natin yung tao, di po ba? And then, yung mga sinyales or red flags na hindi naman siya talaga ganun na. Dati, nakikipag-usap siya sa akin. But now, parang hindi ko na siya ma-reach, no? Cannot be reached na siya, hindi siya nakikipag-usap. And then, may mga simptomas na yung mga dati niyang ginagawa, wala na rin siya, hindi na siya nagpapakita ng interest, no? Nandun na yung nag-uumpisa na siyang magiging malungkutin, wala na siyang ganang kumain. Sa trabaho naman ay halos hindi na siya pumapasok ng trabaho. Kung sa mga bata naman ay ayaw nang pumasok ng kung sa online, hindi na siya nag-attend ng online, na-stress na, hindi na po ginagawa yung mga assignments, no? Ganun yung mga initial na tinatawag natin ng mga red flags, no? And then maybe sa mga ano naman po, sa mga older population, marami po sa kanila ang nagiging mas lalong irritable, no? Irritable or minsan po agitated. And then kadalasan po sa kanila ay nakaka-experience ng sobrang malungkutin, no? Ito yung mga sinyales kung gusto po nilang mag-withdraw na from the family or from the community. Yung simple lang po na hindi pagsunod or hindi pang-inom ng gamot ay simpleng pagpapahayag na they are experiencing sadness or depression, no? Simpleng ano po yan, mga sinyalis po yan. Marami pong paraan. Ang importante po ay kilala natin yung tao. At kung yung dati niyang ginagawa ay hindi na niya ginagawa, ay magduda na po tayo, ay kailangan na po natin kausapin. At kung hindi man po ayaw po makipag-usap sa atin, siguro tingnan po natin kung sino yung taong close sa kanya upang magkaroon po ng connection at mabigyan po ng pagkakataon na kausapin at makinig po sa taong nangangailangan po ng tulong. Ang importante po may katabi yung taong alam natin na namumroblema. So yung pagpaparamdam po ay napaka-importante at pakikinig sa taong nangangailangan po ng tulong, lalong-lalo na po sa panahong ito.
Alright, so those were the questions po, Ma'am Wendy. So at this point, may we ask po for your take-home message?
Yeah, thank you so much. Napakasimple lang po no, yung aking take-home message. Yung connection is very important to all of us. We hope that we can do that not only in our family, but we can also connect with the people who are in need of help. Lalong-lalo na po yung mga taong nagkakaroon ng karanasan ng stigma or discrimination. The only way is to connect with them and then express empathy, compassion, care, help, and then listen to them. So with this, we would be able to link the people with us and let them realize that they are part of our community. Huwag po natin hayaan na sila po ay magkaroon ng sarili nilang mundo, no? So let us them feel that they are not alone, and then people are ready to listen, no? Especially at this time of crisis or even any crisis po, no? Disaster, ano yan? Ito po yung pinaka-importante, yung connection po natin sa bawat isa. Maraming salamat po.